What is happening, peoples out there in the YouTube world and elsewhere?
Hello again, everybody.
I think there's some Facebook viewers that could possibly be here. There's a check mark next to it saying I'm live. All right. I don't know how much that matters on Facebook though. Let's go check there. It is the Gear and Demo show tonight, you guys. As you know, we do like to use these a lot on this show because I think they're silly fun, and some people don't like them. But you know, I've collected several. I got this one at the Frankfurt airport in Germany. You know how hard these things are to find. I got a Christmas one this year after Christmas sale, and I have another one. I lost it. It's a little orange Halloween one that does the screaming yell that Janice Lala loves. But let's say hi to the chat real quick, and then we'll come back to it when more people come in. Cushman, waiting on a package. Lewis, waiting on a package. Johnny, in the chat. What's up, dude? He's on Facebook. Holly, also waiting on a package. Greasy Monkey, I don't think he's waiting on a package. And then we've got Alex. You are. Well, there's always going to be packages going to you. and then Johnny says, it's Kramer time. That's right. I got my Kramer shirt. And there you go. Right on. That's where you have to hit this thing. Right? Or there's the other one that says like gold, but it sounds like raw to me. Let's see. That's that one. Okay, this one. Now, I did have these marked like on the buttons, but they wore right off. So they're kind of rubbery buttons. Anyway, I think the battery's dying on that one. But some people hate those things. I think they're fun. Alex is woohoo, you see? Alex, dude, I haven't seen you in a little while, man. We were talking about getting together with you to do some of these sound trap things. So he was asking me how much should I charge him for them? And it's like, that's the thing. I have such a hard time with friends charging them for anything. I'd rather you come down here. We build them for you. But then how do you get them back there? That's right. You don't drive. So there's the problem. All right. So then we might have to make some that we ship to you. Right. But for my time to make them, it's expensive. That's the problem. That's why I haven't even installed the ones that I built right there. Look over there. They're waiting to go on the wall over there. The other wall. That way. Anyway. And, you know, I have this mirrored. So when I'm looking at myself and I point to my right to you guys, it's to the left of me. Right?
Yeah. But
it's to the right of me.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm still trying to wrap my little puny human brain around, even though.
If we were standing in front of you, that's what we're saying.
See, this is what's funny is that, yes, if I point to you, though, Ron, see, I think I'm pointing at you right now.
No.
But I'm not on Facebook, right?
No.
I mean, I'm on YouTube. Let me go to YouTube. I'm going to go to YouTube. Music Therapy Laz on YouTube. There he is. Classic Kramer Pacer, whatever. See, if I point this way, I'm pointing the wrong direction. I think I'm pointing at you. Because to me on this screen, that's where you are. So I have to go like this if I want to point at you, which anyway. These are the things you have to do YouTube shows.
Well, you'll have
okay. I am having tea. It does have a little bourbon in it, just for a little, you know, helps the throat, right? Coat the throat. And I do have honey in there with some lime instead of lemons because we ran out of lemons. And I'm using the you all probably see that as Baja, right? Like Baja, California.
Yeah.
That's how you spell the city where my mom was born, Baja. With the J is kind of like a ya sound in Hungarian, Baja. Ironically, it is in the south of Hungary. So it is kind of Baja, if you know what I mean, the lower parts. So Baja, it says Baja there because that's a cup from Baja. And see that building right there? That's a historical landmark that one of my, I think on my grandmother's side, one of her grandparents, grandfather or somebody like that, commissioned, built it, had it built or something. And I think was involved in some of the architectural, work with it. And it's the second largest square, like in a lot of cities, you have a town square. Well, in Europe, when they have a square, it's like it's the central part of the town, right? That's where people would go to the water well and all that kind of stuff, right? If you look at movies that are in Europe. You being Italian, you've been to Italy, haven't you?
When I was little.
When you were little?
Yeah.
Remember going to the town square wherever you went?
Yeah. We went there and we went up that one thing is all the steps.
You have to go up the steps and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So the town square is like an important part of it. And in Hungary, there are a lot of town squares. Every town has a town square. And there are some pretty large sized in well-known cities. The city of Baja has the second largest town square or largest square outside of the Budapest one. That's where they have like all the kings and the statues and the museums, and then the city park begins and all that stuff. So kind of proud of that, that my mom's from that part of town. My dad's from another famous part of the country on the eastern side due to some kind of a spiritual awakening situation that happened in a place called not Maria Poch. Yeah, I don't know what it means. Maria, something to do with Maria. It had like some kind of a saintly situation happened, or one of these kind of like mythologies of sorts in religions, right? Something like that occurred there, like where they say like the cross Jesus bled or something like that somewhere in South America, that kind of thing, right? Yeah. Anyway, so he's from that kind of part of the eastern northeastern part of Hungary. So my it's kind of cool that I'm sipping a cup with my tea that has the building that part of my family was involved in creating. Right? That's pretty cool, right?
That is.
I'm just applauding that just for why not?
Very much.
Johnny says he hasn't been feeling very good either. He probably got it from me. I've been spreading the thrax since I got back from NAM, and then I took it to NAM with me. Hey, what's up, Mr. Mick? So we'll say hi to some new people here popping in. Mr. Mick. Yeah, I have a sippy cup. That's right. Announcement. There you go. Yeah, it's the season, man. Everybody that I've talked to or run into around this area all have gotten what I've got, and I probably spread.
That's because you ran into him and talked to him.
I went around spreading it like the super spreader. Yeah, man. Everyone's saying hi to JB, to each other. I didn't send Johnny a link because he always denies joining the show. But if you want to join, dude, you're always welcome. I can send it to you right now. Here we go. I'm gonna send it to you. I tried to get Paco on. So here we go. I tried to get Paco on the show, and he's at practice. Their practices is on every Thursday night, so hence my show's on Thursday night. So I told him, you know what, Paco, we might have to just do a special show just for you, because he is a Pacer Classic user. There's pictures of him with the Pacer Classic. Let's see if I can find one in the gallery. In my gallery of stuff here. It would have been probably a screenshot, and but maybe I didn't. Maybe I decided, oh, we'll just invite him on and he can show it. I think that's what I decided in the end, is we'll just have him on and have him show us his guitar. Let's see. So he's got a red one. And it's an older one, like I think it's a 90s era one. Is that him? No. See, I wish that I wish there was maybe this is something someone out there who's techie could get into this. An easier way to like name your pictures and save them into folders, even though you can do it. You really got to type things and blah blah blah. And yeah, you can use voice to text now and all that stuff. And maybe Siri can help do that, or you can hire an AI agent to categorize all your photos, but Paco's the man, and he didn't make it to NAM this year. he lives in that part of the United States that has had some troubles in recent years, but now they got Bad Bunny running the show down there, and everything's better. That's right, Puerto Rico. I can't find any Paco pictures. But we are going to show this picture. We're going to show more of this guitar right here. That thing. Right?
Well, I can show it. I can show it.
Don't show it yet. don't whip it out yet. Last time you just
you're
whipped it right
showing it.
out. I'm showing it on a picture. That's different than when you can like be fondling it and stuff, you know. Let me give you guys a little close-up shot of that. Look at that thing. Look at that. Look at that job on that Floyd pocket there. Dang. Pretty cool. I like it with the speed knobs, dude. I think it looks sick. Look at that. Look at that. Tessie switch. Thank you, Tessie switch, by the way. Thank you so much, Rob, for sending us a Tessie switch button, gamer button, and a couple of the pots, right? And I should have asked him to, I actually did ask him, but he says, yeah, he doesn't carry those, but I did end up buying that expensive selector switch that you're having trouble with, so we can talk about that in a minute. But let me do a couple of quick announcements. Let's make sure we saw everybody else. Did I send Johnny a link? I was talking about it, and then I probably didn't.
Yeah, you did. He said he's good. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, he has to drive. Okay, that's cool. No worries. And he says that my mic sounds kind of weird. Does my mic sound weird to you all, people? Let me know. We were doing a little mic check in the green room as always, and it doesn't matter how many times you do a mic check in the green room and you sound great to each other on StreamYard in the green room, and then you go live, and then now you're using a different streaming service.
Then Holly complains.
No, just leave her alone, dude. She's trying to help, man. This is the thing, is that I think people take these things wrong sometimes.
I know.
I totally take
I'm having fun.
Kind of constructively, but I don't want people to get rubbed the wrong way, and people get touchy sometimes, you know.
She says you sound fine.
Yeah, you know, like you were talking about it on your show earlier today, about the whole Johnny Beane and you being on his show thing. I think things change. People need to change things up, like you talked about it. But people kind of sometimes come up with all kinds of theories and stuff, and like, oh, you guys are not on the in with it, you're on the outs with each other, and it's like, no. People have to change things up and do things differently. Guys like me, I don't have the time for this. I don't do this full time. You know, I barely got here in time to put the show together and slap it together while I was eating dinner and was trying to chat with you guys in your show. And normally I wouldn't even waste I would be 100% concentrating on my show, putting it together, but now your show's on before mine, so I want to watch that too or listen to it, you know. So then that throws you off. Anyway, there's always stuff going on. And the thing about in YouTube recently, I've talked about it some, and others, if you watch a lot of other shows, like I do keep up with a lot of the other shows that I've always had as my favorites, you know, a lot of them. And I pop it on some of them that I wish I had more time for once in a while. But like JB's, I try to watch or listen to his shows every single time, but I can't do it live. It's impossible. So most of the time I'm watching it or listening to it in 2 times speed or 1.85. That's perfect. Sometimes
so you get the even bump it up. They were going.
Well, yeah, it's like that, but I can get the gist of it all, and it's when he's playing music or something like that where I put it back to 1 times normal time speed, 100% or whatever, right? Because then I want to hear it, but I don't need to, when he's talking about something and he's talking like this and I don't need to wait for I can get through an hour in 30 minutes, when it's like that, and my brain can process that plenty fine for me anyway. And a lot of times, he's talking to the new people, which I've heard, he says the same things over again because he's talking to new people. So it helps me get through that faster, if you know what I mean, Jelly Bean. So let's see, more comments from, Gargets is here. He was talking about Gargets the other last night, I think, right? Yo. He's saying to Lewis and Holly and Matt Hatta. The Matt had it. He's had it with that Matt had it. We tease about these things. Yeah. So I love all the, I always take it positively, the criticism, even from Johnny or you or anyone, because this, if you do want to try to do this better and get more attention out there and actually like try to monetize it or whatever, like you were talking about not doing that. And there's reasons why you can't. So you really can't do it. And it's like, just like my buddy Martin and his friend Lucas realized in Austria, they can't monetize that channel because it causes problems for them, when it comes to taxes and all this stuff. It doesn't make sense. So you don't see a lot of stuff coming from them anymore either, because, it takes a lot of time and effort to do this. And as you guys know, even though I'm always talking about how I last minute throw stuff together, I'm still working on this stuff for hours sometimes, you guys. So, you know, it'll take me an hour to put the show together at least, because I do a description. I think it's important to do a decent description, not just a copy paste same thing every single time. There is a lot of that in there with info, how to reach me and blah, blah, blah. But then the first 2, 3, 4, 5 paragraphs of the novel, I like to talk about what we're talking about in the show, because it helps me kind of keep on track of what I want to talk about on the show. And that's the Pacer versus the 84 or the 84 Eruption that we saw. So I can pull one of those up, but before, you know, and then we can pull up the guitar that we're working on. But let's just make sure we said hi to everybody who popped into the show here. Oh, see, that's the thing. You guys should read that, because the other thing about the description is I have links there, especially the Sunday show. And like last time when I was talking about the Van Halen guitars, and Johnny even said on his show, "Oh, everything I said was wrong." I don't think what he told me that, yeah, there was one or two little things that I said that were inaccurate, and I corrected myself later in the show too, or during the show. But I was getting a lot of the information I was talking about there from not just any old websites or whatever. It was articles of people talking with Gary Kramer, or people talking with, you know, whoever it was. I can't remember exactly. And I put links to those articles in the description. So if you guys want to look up what I'm talking about, you can verify it. I'm not just saying I know this. And some people do just know things, but I can also back it up with that, you know, evidence there that you can see for yourself, articles, you know, in guitar magazines and whatever it was. So a lot of times, if you're curious about some of these things, like go back to that show. You can just search it on my YouTube, right? Or just look at my list on my playlist, and I try to categorize my playlist, even though there's a lot of categories there. I'm gonna kind of try to squeeze that down into, like, I'm trying to put all the NAM into one NAM, and that way everything's gonna be. I used to have it by year, but there's like too many videos, and then it's too many playlist titles to search through. So I want to try to condense some of this stuff to make it easier for you guys to search. And you can just search something by, like, I got a little reminder on my Facebook about day 3 or part 3 of putting the studio together at one time 4 years ago. And oh, I thought, oh, that's cool, I'll post that up. And then I'm like, oh, I should add the video to it. So then I just looked up part 3 of studio DIY studio build music therapy last, boom, pops up. So I was able to, like, you know, just include that. But if you don't know what it's called, how do you look it up, right? So I'm not sure if there's a way to have keywords or whatever that you have to put into those videos that make it pop up. But for example, if you wanted to look up the videos where I talk about the Pacer Classic, you know, that's why I put into the description the hashtag Pacer Classic, Kramer Pacer Classic, Kramer guitars, you know, Kramer 84. This particular 84 is not the 84, it's called 84 Eruption, which is different than the 84. So if you guys want to see the difference, we can look at that too. But just like with Fender, you're seeing there's a lot of different versions of these guitars. And even with EVH, how many different EVH 5150 style guitars are there? There's everything from Stripe series ones to whatever. I mean, I know you're not that into this stuff with the Van Halen stuff, right, Ron? But
You'd have to ask Johnny. He's the one that knows that one.
yeah, that's the thing. That's why a lot of times I like to have him on, because he can be here and help. But it's all good. Yeah, so there's the 84 in Angel White Satin. And what's funny is that the Pacer Classic that I saw at Starving Musician that I talk about, that's the picture of it on the thumbnail. If you guys saw that, did you guys see the thumbnail?
Yes.
So the picture that Eddie's playing is just like that. So that's why I included that picture, that little thing of Eddie there, because he's holding one just like it in an early ad with Kramer, right? So that's why I thought it'd be cool to talk about this. And then I thought I'd talk about, okay, if you're going out to buy one of these guitars yourself, what should I buy? Should I buy the 84 that has the banana headstock because I like that? Or maybe I hate the banana headstock, but hey, I like the Kramer one. Or should I buy an EVH one and get a 5150? That's about the same price tag as an 84. You know, it's got 2 humbuckers in it, right? So, but what? Let's say you're just somebody who just wants to get one of these. You don't want to get them all. Which one to get? You know, Well, the one that you have on the bench there costs $150. And if you ask me, with a little help for like someone like you, just watch one of the videos of Ron how to take apart and put back together a Floyd and make sure that it's all set up properly. I think that almost anyone with the basic set of tools that you use for guitar, right?
Yeah.
You would be able to set that up for yourself perfectly. The only thing that might cost you a little money to get, and I highly recommend every guitar player get one of these just because, is one of those fret end dressing tools from StewMac.
Mm-hmm.
I highly recommend that. That's probably outside of like,
They're like what, $20?
yeah, I mean they can be more than that sometimes, but when they're on sale, you know. And I'm telling you, and StewMac has done some really great things over the years. Last year they did a special where if you spent up to or over if you spent around $100 with them,
Yeah.
they'd give you a year of free shipping. I mean, maybe
StewMac.
that doesn't, yeah, maybe that doesn't mean anything to anyone, but you know, I honestly, I wanted to buy a kit build from them for the giveaway guitar. I wanted to do a kit build, and they ran out of them because they priced everything to sell for Christmas, and so their stocks are empty for the new year. And I couldn't find one by 2 weeks after Black Friday. They were all gone. None yet left to be found. Oh, look what do you got there.
Look over there. Say hi, Ollie.
Go for the throat. Now I need a dog barking.
She is.
Can she hear that?
No, I got.
Oh yeah, you're yeah, okay. That's
she
cool.
is trained to take people down.
Well, I bet. All right, so let's go ahead and look at some of these. I'm going to just share the Google screen here because this is interesting, and then we'll ask some questions of the chat because everyone's just saying hi to each other right now. Yeah, he's got 2 dogs, don't you?
Well, not now. I had 3.
Oh, you had 3?
Had 3 and down to 1.
Dang. Hey, James is here. What's up, Peggy? Peggy in the chat.
Yes,
Where's
Holly.
James? I see Peggy. I don't see James. Hey, Mark Spurgeon's here too. What's up, dude? Rock and roll, man. Cushman. I think we already said hi to you guys. Yeah, let's see. Yo, Greasy Monkey's here, of course. All right, so we're down to the bottom. Woof. It is a shepherd. Yes, indeedy.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have a little bit of cough, but now I got congestion. So just won't go away. Yeah, I got a snort. Sorry, I shouldn't even tell you that. Wash it down with bourbon. Anyway, that's gross. All right, so Peggy in the house. That's right, Lewis. What's up, Lewis? So let's go ahead and show this thing. I'm going to present to the screen. Presento. Presto, changeo, presento. All right, there we go. Can you guys see that all right? Should I make it? How can we make that bigger? No, that didn't do it. Like this? No. New layout? No. Just go like that. Can we do it like this? Oh, there we go. Okay, that kind of works. All right, let me get it over here. Now we can kind of drag this out and go like this. All right, you guys see that pretty good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here's a pre-owned. You know what that means at American Musical Supply, right? That means out of the box, and they're trying to get rid of these things. A pre-owned Kramer 84 in that sparkle kind of blue. Looks pretty cool for $5.99. This is an interesting color scheme here, right? At Gibson.com, because of course now Kramer is owned by Gibson, right? That's a pretty cool pattern there. Right on.
Different.
And then this is the one that we saw. No. No. Okay, this is a Kramer 84 HH. Okay, for $750. Now I'd argue this almost as good as the one that we're putting together. Only that we haven't played this one. We don't know really how good it is, right? And then they have all these other kind of weird ones. Like this has a look how big that headstock is. course, they took a picture. Real good job at Guitar Center picture, dude. Anyway, and then we've got the 84 Eruption in satin. So that's the one that I saw. That's the one that's on the thumbnail. And let me go ahead and pull up some picture of that. So I have video of that. You guys want to see video of that? We got video of somebody playing that guitar.
Go for it.
Guess who? All right, where is it? It's under Music Therapy Laz, I think, somewhere. Let's try to find it. Thought I saved it to there. Trying to save everything to the same place. But then it just puts it wherever it wants to. That's weird. Is that it? Hold on. Hold on. This. Is that it right there? It's that guy. That's the guy. He's, look at his workshop there, dude. You thought you had a lot of parts. And he's a Steelers fan too. Look. Just like you, man. Guess who that is, you all? People in the chat. Does anybody know? All right, let me find it. I gotta find it. This is funny. This is hilarious. All right, here we go. All right, I gotta zippity doo right to it. Right, here I go. Should I turn on the nah, it's gonna be a pain. I'm just gonna let you guys see it and then I'll describe. Okay, here I go. I'm walking into Guitar Showcase in San Jose, Silicon Valley, California. Walking around. Oh, who's that dude? Johnny Beane playing on a Strat. And there's that 84 Kramer with the banana headstock right there. The 84 Eruption in satin red. And that's actually a more orangey red than it looks like in the picture here. And then we didn't get a chance to, oops, Johnny, you shouldn't have done that. We didn't get a chance to play it right away because because the guy who was like sales guy, he told us, oh, don't show any of the price tags. And of course, all of them are pointing out, you know, and then we're like, really, why? I'm like, okay, well, I guess we can't do that. Okay. And then he started talking to some lady that wanted to buy a guitar. And so they were right in the area. And so we just, okay, we can't keep cranking that up right now. So we walked away. And I did shoot video throughout that entire store. I haven't posted that yet because I'm going to have to go over that video and blur out all the price tags on everything. And I don't think it's worth it. Just saying. I've never had to do that when I was there before. So Ian Nunez, what's up? Nunez. The guy with the messy workbench. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. Anyway, you know, there are some mad scientist type people that have a very messy workbench and they come up with some of the most genius stuff. So like you were saying in your show too, it doesn't matter whether your workbench is clean or, you know, organized. Some people are more organized, but some people are more going, you know, look at my place. It's a complete madhouse around here. Anyway, just saying. Yeah, that's where you used to sell guitars and help set up guitars for Green Day, right? Something like that. Back in the day with Green Day. So here are some of these guitars, and you see the prices. So that Kramer 84 Eruption satin, brand new guitar. This is by Will Cut Guitars. I guess they cut guitars. That's not nice. Anyway, one pickup, one knob, no switches needed. You get one sound, and $9.99. Right now, here's the 84 with the kill switch. Oops, what did I just do? I hate when you do something and it doesn't do what you want to do. Go away. Okay, geez, what happened? Where'd it go? Yeah, I hate that. That's what I hate about going on the web. All right, you know what? I just have to shrink this down so I can X that out. There we go. All right. So there's this one here, the Kramer 84 with a kill switch. Now this is very similar to what we're doing.
Kind of.
$9.99, right? Let me bring it in. You guys see that all right? Okay, there we go. All right. Let's see if we can no. I'm trying to do it so we can, there we go. No, it still won't let me do it the way I want to. Okay. There's a side view, angle view, another oppo angle, oh, back view. It's got the little tools on it, right? A close up on this little mini dip switches. I'm assuming that's for switching up your pickups, right? Close up on the headstock. Pretty cool. Right. Won't let me navigate it the way I want to. The backside of the headstock, of course. It's numbered and all. It's got the what do they call that? The little tail, the little pointy
Stinger.
part. Stinger. Thank you. It's got the little stinger with, in that, I guess, gold color. Okay, let's go back down here. Another angle view of it. It's kind of like a shoreline goldy, almost rose goldy looking. It's kind of hard to tell in the shot here, but I like the rosewood fingerboard on that choice though. Looks sharp, right? Looks nice. It's got that Beretta body or Pacer body, right? But $9.99. I'd say that's pretty comparable to what we're doing, except without the. Yeah, it's a nice gold. I dig it.
Dig
Pretty
it.
cool. Can you dig it? Name that movie. And this is made in China. Okay. Handcrafted in China. All right. So there you go. Now, the Pacer that I found in the store, let me show you guys this thing. This Pacer that I found in the store, I'm going to show you a whole bunch of pictures of this thing. All right. Let's see. There it is. All right. In a really nice sparkle white. Cool, right? I mean, some people don't like that body shape because it's got that funky kind of curve to it. But I'm telling you, that makes it a little more easy to play. Definitely, it's kind of like a comfort thing. I'm gonna turn off. I'm gonna turn off the YouTube video. I mean, looking at it straight ahead like this, it looks weird, right? The shape, it's so different than a Strat.
Yep.
But it definitely does feel good on your body when you're holding it.
That's what she said.
Up against you, exactly. So this is exactly the guitar that we bought, but this is a made in Indonesia one, and this one was going for $3.99. It's 3 years old, and it's brand new. No one's bought this thing. It's been probably at the store for 3 years, and even the dust that's on it looks like 3-year-old dust. Look at that. Someone's gonna buy this now, I know, if they haven't already. And I gotta tell you something, man. Tell me if I'm wrong, Johnny Beane. This is why it would be cool to have him in here, but probably he doesn't want to talk about this kind of stuff. There's a difference between the made in Indo ones and the made in China ones, I have to say. The black one that I got for Johnny Beane, that was a made in Indonesia one. The white one that we got for CC, that CC sent to him, that was a made in China one. The black one, playable right out of the box. The white one, and the most recent Kramer that you got, that I bought for the giveaway, Same problem, right? Just not really playable out of the box. And almost every video of every reviewer or demo of anyone out there said the same thing. And here's the thing, man. I think they know, because when they Filmic Nights talked about this, and so have others, like, you know, Glenn and other people, you know, they've talked, you know, of course, Henning Pauly and many more. Any of these ones that are priced lower, even if they're made in the same factory as some of the higher end stuff that Gibson's having made in China, right? Like right now, those Epiphones probably being made in the same factory, right? I mean, very likely being made in the same factory. But those Epiphones, like that, the one I'm jonesing after right now, the 58 reissue kind of looking, inspired by Gibson, Flying V, the Carina one, for $1,000 roughly, depending on what country you're in, and you know,
Yeah.
for about $1,000. And I saw one in the store, and it's light and it's nice, and I'm like, wow. And Mick of that pedal show, who was gaga over his, he even dented it during the show. He was running around the studio, kind of singing, you know, "Rock You Like a Hurricane" or something like that. Anyway, and he bonked it. I was like, oh no, I bonked it. Anyway, he gave it its first proper ding, you know, right on the first showing of it to everybody. And that's the best way to ding a guitar, you know, with everyone present, right? Anyway, it was so awesome. But he was gaga over that thing. So for $1,000, Epiphone is having, you know, a guitar like that made in China. Now, don't get me wrong. This is where I've seen there are high-end guitars made in China too, just like anywhere. You can buy a piece of junk made in America guitar as well, you know. But for the most part, people that are making guitars in the US now, if they're going to survive, they know they have to raise the bar, and there's no way they're going to be able to compete with the made overseas guitars when it comes to time put in for value you get out of it for the sale. I mean, in China, obviously, you've got people who are trying to survive, and their rate, you know, when it comes to versus the US in what their income is way lower. So there are people over there that are working in these factories, you know, and they may be, you know, working in that section where they're doing those Epiphones, and they maybe worked before, or you know, maybe you have to move your way up the channel, you know, move your way up on quality and how you do your workmanship to work in that part of the facility or whatever. And there's probably lots of different factories, of course, too. But the bottom line is that even Fender admits, and people have talked about it, they don't want them to make him at that, so they purposefully don't allow them to put enough time or effort or anything into that. They're like going through like that. So that Pacer Classic that you got in hand now, and it's going to come to me, it's going to go to someone. The only thing that's really wrong with that thing, if you ask me, I mean, I highly doubt that the quality of the body's much different. I was worried about the neck, to be honest, because you know, you get a quarter sawn maple neck in a rock hard Canadian maple versus or something like that, right? Or maybe from the Black Forest of Germany or something like that, right? Who knows where they have good maple. The bottom line is that the quality of the materials matters, and where it's coming from costs money. So obviously, if you have like a made in California Sur guitar, you know, I just
Hmm.
posted that Sir video from NAM. If you guys haven't seen that, go check it out. I should show you guys that. If you haven't seen that, I'm gonna post it into the chat. But let me. I keep showing you pictures of this though. But you know, this Pacer, it probably has a special bridge. But this made in Indonesia one, I don't even
Yeah.
know. Maybe they had thousands in those. Do you know? Because the one that Johnny got, the black one, Johnny, you can even tell us. You know, how good is that black one that you have? Well, you'll come on the show, you said. Well, you roll the footage. What footage? What about that guy that digs through the trash can around the back? Yeah, that's always happening. Oh, he's spamming the chat. Yeah, well, Johnny was at Jerry's. I can't even talk. Johnny was at Gary Kramers just last week. And you guys are going to see some video from him soon on that. And he shaved Gary in the morning. That's cool. Yeah, Monday, come over, dude. Like I was talking about, you definitely should come over Monday. Bring that tuna fish thing or whatever it is, and we'll mess around with that. Oh, yeah, that hasn't been there for years because you just go, okay, so maybe it's a consignment piece or they brought it out of the back. I mean, that thing looks brand new. It doesn't look like it looks like it literally came out of the box, but it was sitting somewhere where it got like this old dust on it. You know, the difference between new dust and old dust? Old dust looks darker. You know what I mean? Anyway. Well, you're keeping away from that tuna fish thing. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's all right. Keep spamming. That's fine. Matt Hatter's laughing his head off. So, you know, the thing is that Indonesia one is that thing was ready to play. The action was nice. Let me keep showing pictures. The action was nice. I mean, I'm no shredder or nothing like that, but I know a good guitar. You know, I know how to tune a fish. So there's the headstock, and you see the made in Indonesia sticker kind of peeling off. I don't know, but you can check that by the number, right? You can always check by the number. And okay, keep swiping those. I took a lot of shots because I wanted to make sure I got a good shot. That's the price tag. Well, that's the back of it. And I think that's where it shows the year of it. Doesn't it? Or did it? Maybe not.
5/31/2023.
Yeah, there it is. 4/14/2023. Says it right on that tag. Focus. Yeah, right there. 23. Right. So Ohio, I guess OH. It came from your neck of the woods, dude. How about that? So I thought it would be cool. You know, this is the thumbnail that I created to pit the one up against the other, because for $3.99, that thing's got two humbuckers, a Floyd, set up great, extra switch and some knobs. And it took me a second to bring it in with the micro tuners, right? The mini tuners, or what do you call that? And I could play it. No worries. I didn't have the bar with it inside of it because, you know, people grab those. So, but that thing was ready to rock, dude, for $3.99, and I bet you they'd go for $3.50 if you offered them $3.50 on that. They probably wouldn't go much lower than that, maybe. But here's the thing I was going to talk about on my show today. I had plans to what I'm going to talk about. We're pretty much on track, just so you know. So I didn't really play that 84 because we didn't have a chance, but I did handle it. I did feel it. No fret sprout, no issues like that. Looked like the action was really nice, and Johnny did play it. So if you want me to play that, there was a part where he kind of plays. Was he playing it at one point? God, I can't remember anything anymore. My brain is like getting old. Let's see if I can get to. Did Johnny play it at some point? Yeah, I think he did. Right here. All right, yeah, we did. The lady did leave finally. Okay, all right, here we go. Hold on, let's pause this. I'm gonna move the mic to over here so you guys can hear this. I got it turned. Got it on lockdown here. Hold on, everything's falling off. Hold on, how do I? Should just twist. Yeah, there we go. Okay, loosen that. This angle. There we go. All right, that way I can put it next picture. Where did I put my phone? There it is. All right. Turning up the volume. Soloing me here. And go. Standard. Oh, absolutely. While they're doing a sale here, we're going to keep the volume down. I'll show you guys the rest of the store. What do you think, guys? I like that this one has that longer banana headstock, right?
Yeah, this is
More accurate to that 84 era.
I mean, this
Right down to the truss bar resistance there.
well, that wasn't there in '84.
Oh, I think you're right.
No,
Yeah, that's right.
the
It's up
truss
here.
bar was up here.
Yeah, which is kind of odd for when you have a Floyd because it's hard to get in there, right?
So this is basically kind of like the Van Halen style.
Yeah.
The humbucker here, the Floyd here.
Screwed on, so no ring mounted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The MXR style knob.
And does it have that fun feel, kind of fast? It's quick.
It's quick.
Yeah.
It's quick. It's got the barrel jack, which is what the Van Halen guitar has.
Yeah.
And then
It does have that body shape too, right? Kind of.
it kind of
They
does.
can't copy it. Can they? Or they
Yeah, it's there.
right?
So
It does have
it's
body
kind,
shape.
it's kind of the Pacer,
Mhm.
the Pacer body, but the Pacer body didn't have the truss rod there, so that's different.
So that's kind of cool. Makes it a little easier when you have, all this in the way here. A lot easier to do a quick truss rod adjustment there if need be. Nice carve, right?
Definitely.
And it's interesting how the back plate here is surface mounted, but the cavity here for all the electronics is flush.
Mhm.
So most EDH players will just remove that anyway.
Yeah.
And then back then he had like extra couple screws here because it was jumping around so much, right?
Yeah, he had 6 screws.
6 screws.
Yeah.
And he likes to feel that neck. It's nice that it's got a satin finish on it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's really nice.
And the body is also satin. It's a really cool color, man. Kind of in between red and orange, kind of that sunset skin color, right?
It's kind of like tomato soup.
Tomato soup. With milk in it.
I'm gonna wait till
Yeah, that makes sense. We don't want to make that. So we'll take a quick look around the rest of the store. All right, so that's that. So I don't think we got a chance to play it plugged in, really. We wanted to get going. I'll bring you back. We wanted to get going because he had to be at a place at a certain time. And I ended up then going to the Starving Musician store. I went to Guitar Center with him too, but then he couldn't make it to the Starving Musician store, which had like 4 Kramers in there. And I could not find one Kramer in my area. I went to like 5 different stores in my area. Not one. Not a one. But it played nice, right, dude? That thing looked and played nice. If you haven't gone back to on your way here Monday, dude, if you have a second, stop by Starving Musician if that Pacer is still there and play it, because I'm telling you, man, that thing was nice. When you can pick up a Floyd guitar and just a couple tweaks and it's in tune and it stays in tune the whole time you're playing it for 15 minutes, that tells you enough. The neck was really nice. There was no issues. When you look down the neck, you can see if there's any whoop. Oh, you can see a twist in the neck. Like, it's very easy to see things like that down the neck. You see one end of the neck on the left side, on the bass side or whatever, the lower string side, it looks nice and straight. You go to the other side and that one's going curved more and you like twisted neck, So things like that will give things away pretty easily. That thing was set up really nice. And I don't know if someone had it and they were messing with it enough to where they got it right, but not a single fret was higher than another when you look down it. Those are the things you look for. You can, with a keen eye, just knowing a few things what to look for, you can tell, right?
Exactly.
Johnny, keep spamming, man. That's good. Hey, everyone, put spam in the chat. That's funny. You guys know it's good when people chat, right? It helps the channel. It's called engagement. Not that I care right now because I'm not even monetized, but But I probably will I probably will do it. By the way, while I was at Showcase, I did go through that bin of stuff that Johnny often goes through, and I bought 2 pick guards. Check these out.
Uh-oh.
So I got
hum.
What?
Humbucker.
Yeah. Well, you know what that goes for, right? My Sonic Blue Strat, my parallel or alternate universe sky blue Strat, and I have those Vinum pickups, right? I've been wanting to put those in, so now I've got a pickup I can load into the Vinum pickups into, and just make this a pop in, pop out. I want to put one of those quick switches or whatever. What do they call that? You know what those?
Quick switch.
What is the thing where at the so I don't have to unsolder and solder every time.
Oh, quick connect.
Quick connect. Yeah.
Yep.
So I want to get a quick connect for that, but then do you also have to do something with the ground? How do you deal with the ground?
No, you just, if you're going to just run 2 wires,
Mhm.
then you just splice the quick connect in, one on each end and just plug it in. You're good to go.
Okay. Why am I wondering about having to have the ground? Because it's isn't it the volume
No, it'll be,
potentiometer, or what do you have to?
it's going to be grounded. The other end's going to be grounded on the potentiometer anyhow.
That's what I'm saying. So it's going to be grounded at the potentiometer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you don't have to worry about it, because sometimes you see the ground wire coming through and connecting to the claw somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's
just weird.
That's to ground the strings.
Oh, okay. So you don't have to. That's always going to be there.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I'm so novice at this, you guys. I mean, obviously, that's what we got.
Yeah, I moved
Mod Squad guy here.
I moved the wire on this red Pacer because it was clear down at the bottom where the block was, and it wouldn't take much, and it wasn't a solid core wire, so it wouldn't take much, and it was actually longer than it needed to be.
Thanks for coming by, dude.
So see you later. So I was afraid it might get caught in the block.
Oh, I
see. Rip it out.
Okay. Yeah.
So what I did is I just pulled it out of that hole and re-drilled a hole up towards the claw, and it comes just straight across now. So, and I'm going to use a solid core wire so it'll always stay in shape. Not there. Whoever wins it won't have any fear of it getting stuck in the springs.
I think Peggy has some spam in the cabinet. So that's one of the things I got. I got one more thing. I don't know if you guys remember my friend Jack the Rabbit, but most of you guys probably don't know who the hell I'm talking about. But my buddy Jack the Rabbit, and that's not his real name, he sold me a set of sometime 90s era gold lace sensor pickups, which are just like the ones I had on my Strat that I first bought, my first Strat. And I loved how those pickups sounded and stuff. And then that era lace sensor golds were great. And so I've been wanting to put that together into something. So I thought, yet again, here we got it's kind of hard to see in this lighting, but it's kind of bluish. It's not black like my other one. It's kind of more, see if you see this is black.
Looks like more like a charcoal.
It's actually more of kind of like a bluish charcoaly kind of color. Let's see, what color do they call it? Well, they just call it dark pearloid pickguard. And maybe it's just old, because this is an old all parts. You can tell by the cardboard how old it is, right? And it's priced at $48, right? And I asked them to give me a discount. They gave me 25% off, so I got it for what? I think he gave it to me for $35. It was pretty cool. And so now I can use this to also swap in and out of my other Strat. Now I still haven't taken apart that Sonic Blue guitar. I haven't taken the pick guard out of there, I don't think, ever. And I'm curious, is it a swimming pool route or not?
And you haven't put the Jeff Beck one together yet either, have you?
No, but that does not have the swimming pool route. That just has the humbucker above, humbucker below, and center. which might be the way this one's set up too. But anyway, we're going to find out. In either case, you know, now I've got two pickguards to do these future mods that are going to be pretty cool, right? So that was pretty cool to find that at that store. I love Showcase, man. That's where I bought my first electric, you know. If there's anyone new to the chat or new to my show, my very first guitar that I bought, an electric guitar for myself, I was already in my 20s, and it was a white with black parts Wayne Robert Charvel designed Gibson Authentic Super Strat SR71. And that guitar was killer. And it had a Kaler bridge on it. And here's the thing, I know some people like talk, you know, what about Kaler bridges? But in those days, in the 80s, later 80s, they had gotten it down to science to a degree too. The one that I had was so similar to a Floyd. It was very similar.
You had the Spider then.
I had the Spider. Yeah.
Yeah, the Kaler Spider. Yeah.
That's what I had in black.
Yeah, those weren't the ones people had trouble with.
Right.
It was the other ones.
Earlier iterations, because they were trying to get around, you know, not getting sued by Floyd Rose, right? But the bottom line is, back in those days, in the 80s, the only way you could get a Floyd Rose is if you bought a what?
Yeah,
Kramer,
or you just bought
guitar.
the Floyd by itself.
I don't even know if they sold them by themselves.
Yeah,
did
they did. Yeah,
I thought they were licensed.
I bought one for my ESP because it came with the actual ESP version.
Hey, I'm glad to hear that, Uncle Raymond. Yeah, I talked to Rob and her when I saw them a few weeks back, and we're going to be going down again in just a couple weeks. My sister's band. Let's do it right. My sister's band. Then die, man. They're going to be playing at the Whiskey, and here is the Whiskey A Go-Go. One of the stickers that was given out, a bunch of these at NAMM, and they said thank you very much because they got a lot of hits on their song, which is on this QR code. So if you want to see my sister's band, y'all, they're a kind of a new, I guess you could call it kind of new thrash metal band. A little bit of a mix of, let's see, get that. It wants to get those guitars in the background. Come on. There you go, right there. Hit that. That'll be the song Out of the Ashes, their first single that they released just a couple months ago. And they've been playing around different areas here. They've been playing around different parts of California so far. And now they've got second billing at the Whiskey, which is pretty quick, just a couple months.
Whiskey A Go-Go.
Yeah. Before they were like last. They're like the first one to go on. Now they're like, I think they were second. And now they're second to last. And now they're like second first. So that's pretty good. Yeah, but it's I was talking with her and Rob, and I asked if they've reached out to Music Cares, because she's an artist. She's been, you know, highlighted at some of the work she's done art-wise. The artwork that she did on that Bad Cat amp, that dragon design that she painted on there. Amazing work, and she's an amazing, you know, artist as a songwriter, singer. I mean, does she sing? Songwriter, guitar player, right? She doesn't sing, does she? If she sang too, she'd be the full package. I mean, you know. But yeah, she's needs some help, and hopefully they can get it to her. And I even mentioned to Rob, hey, you guys should check out Music Cares because they try to help people like that. So, especially with, you know, medical and other, it's such a shame that we live in the
Prayers for Amanda.
I'm not going to get into it. Yeah, Amanda's amazing, right? And you know what was really cool, listening to Dan, I have to call him my friend from afar because we haven't met personally yet, like to hang and chat and hang out. We did. I mean, at NAMM, at the Marriott, the first time I went to NAMM in 2019, I ran into Mick and Dan of That Pedal show at the JHS booth early. There was no one else there, and I was there, and I wanted to go check out that booth when no one else was around. and they happened to be like, I almost like bumped into them. It was funny because I had the headphones on, I was listening to pedals and checking stuff out, and that was the first time I met them. I'm like, damn, you guys are taller than I thought you were. Anyway, so what's funny is Dan is just, he's like, I love that dude. Just something about his joy and enthusiasm for music and musical instruments and the geeky stuff, like you know, like Phil McKnight is too. And I'm like that too. I mean, I have a joy for all this crazy geeky stuff and all these pedals and all this stuff. It's weird, but I love it like they do. So I guess we have that very much in common, as I could tell you do too. You know, at least for amps and guitars. I don't know. You're not that much of pedal guy. You're more like straight in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's your sound. That's what you love and you go for, right? And what was cool about what Dan was talking about on his Gig Rig show earlier this week, I just think just a couple days ago, if not yesterday. Was it today? It was the other day. Anyway, he was talking about how important it is that we, you know, artists and musical people, creative people, how important it is at this time during what's going on in world events that we do what we do, and we do it as well as we can, because people need a break from it all. They need a break from all the madness that's happening, and have something good, you know, to feel about and feel good about something. And music really does help with that in a big way, and it helps us connect. As you guys know, I call this the Music is Therapy show, or Music Therapy Laz channel, and I have my Music is Therapy show on Sundays, because I'm not just into it. I'm a strong believer that if we didn't have music, I can't imagine what this world would be like. You know, there was another guy I was watching that was talking about AI again and doing this thing with robots and AI and trying to test AI and will it be honest with him and whatnot. I posted it on my Facebook page. And it's very interesting stuff and scary at sometimes, you know. But one of the questions I would ask AI is, how important is music to you? Do you think the creative arts are important to you as a blossoming intelligence in this universe? I would like to know what it says to a question like that, you know, because if AI doesn't value art, knowing how much I think we as human beings may not even sometimes think of it, but it's definitely, once you start digging, scratching the surface a little, you're like, oh my God, if it wasn't for art, I think a lot of us, we'd be like, what the hell is life worth, you know? And I think that, especially with music, it's one of those very unique arts that definitely affects all of us, you know, all around the world, often in the very same ways. It's very unique in that way. So with that looming, you know, I think it's important, especially with what's happening with music and how AI is changing that game a little bit. But, you know, it was refreshing to hear Rick Beato very confidently talk about it in the similar kind of vein that I was believing too. Is like, yeah, you can copy things just like you can copy amps and you can make a simulation. It'll work for you. But I'll tell you what, man, there is no way you're ever going to be able to convince me that the simulated version is better than the real thing, you know, and the real thing, you know,
It's true.
you don't know what the real thing is
Until you
until
try
you've
it.
had it. It's like, you know, you can watch all the movies and have all the romance books and everything like that and think you know everything about love until you've fallen in love. You don't have a clue what it is like to be in love. And that's the same thing with music. You don't know what it's like to play through a 100-watt Marshall until you've done it, you know, and the feeling of a real tremolo hitting your, you know, body as it's, you know, fluctuating, you know, volume at you physically, you know. And that's
Even
what I
air.
feel. So yeah, and I feel so sad for bands that have to play up on a freaking stage and they can't even hear each other and play together because of how they have to mix things for the audience out in this. It's like, I don't know. I totally understand why they have to do it sometimes and how they do it, and they pull it off. But man, I can't imagine, what it's like for some of these musicians. And some of them started early enough to remember what it was like, and I bet you that's an advantage for them. But yeah, I just had to blurt that out. I just have to talk about that. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? In the chat.
Well, I think it's time to show the other guitar.
All right, we'll do that.
All right.
Thank you, Ron, for bringing us back to why we're here. I should look at my description to see what I'm supposed to talk about.
All right.
All right, let me solo you. You ready?
There you go.
There you go. Look at that. All right, so can you zoom in on it, or these are pictures?
No, that's just a can. It's sitting on the desk. I can go get it.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to go over there and fondle it, turn it around, flip it upside down.
Uh-oh, Rico, how much?
Rico, I was hanging out at Zim's today. Oh, yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, look at that. Cross daggers red. Nice. Very cool. Holly says, hold on.
Okay, I do not have the neck bolted on
Thanks,
yet.
man. Thanks for joining, dude. Lunamatic, that is, sorry.
I don't have the neck bolted on yet. I just set it in here so see it.
How well does it hold on to the pocket, that neck?
I mean,
don't break that.
There's no, a little loose, but it's centered when you bolt it up.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
I kept the red here to blend it in, as you can see. I did sign it. Congrats.
Oh, zoom in on that. Can you?
Yeah, I put congrats. Ron Gunner, 326 fretwork.
Right on, man.
So whoever wins it.
Cool. I'll sign the inside of the
cavity.
The cavity somewhere.
Tremolo.
Oh,
it was just sitting in there.
Hopefully it didn't scratch the body falling out.
It fell out. It just fell out straight.
Okay.
So yeah, you can sign inside there, Laz, or in here.
Yeah. I might do it on the black part there under the springs. Yeah.
Yeah, I put that. That's a pad, so you got noiseless springs as far as that goes, hitting the body. And we have that, which I made the cover for.
Nice job on that using your
3D printer.
3D printer, yeah.
Now here's the issue.
Yeah, there's an issue with the super switch or the highway switch.
It running into the cavity, it's not laying flat. So I have to take some of that out. And then you see how this is right here. It's like down farther.
Right.
It was cut down for that little switch.
Right.
So I have to cut some more out there and cut that so it fits in there.
But you can't there's no way to because there's no way to adjust it out.
Yeah,
more.
Can't. Nope.
Wow.
So I have to modify the cavity a little bit for it.
Yeah.
And then the neck.
So you got to use a Forstner bit. Do you guys know what a Forstner bit is?
Look at this.
Nice. Yeah.
So I did put that on it.
Can't really see it because it's like bleaching it out. There you go. Yeah, the fretwork sticker. I dig that.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
So
is that like an Ohio license plate or what kind of license?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Rich had those made for us.
I remember the ones I remember seeing when I was there were the ones with the Wright brothers.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yep.
Those are cool.
And then the push-in bar came in, so it's installed.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Makes it a lot easier, man. Just push it in.
The only thing is that to adjust the tension there, you have to use an Allen key.
Right there. Yeah.
Now, is that Allen key available on the headstock?
It's no.
Okay, we gotta mod that now.
It's just a 2 millimeter.
I know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one thing I like about the other kind is that I can adjust that tension how I want. Depending on the song I'm playing, sometimes I want it tighter, and then in some songs I want it out of the way, flopping around. I don't care. But
well, we got that in. Got the brass block on it.
Yeah, show that up closer. Your light is way too bright.
Well,
there you go. Do that. There, that's better. Yeah. Yeah, it's the number 37. Nice and fat.
and the shim is gone. The work.
That's something I
shim-
never really got into the whole, oh, you got to have the brass block, you know. I can feel the difference on some of my guitars when the block is different. Like my Vega Trems, they have that really nice stainless block, and that
Yeah.
feels great.
So, and then the Seymours are in.
The Seymours are in.
The switches.
Very cool.
So I mean, you got.
Is that plugged in?
No, I don't have it wired up yet.
It's funny because it buzzes every time you hit the button. It went beep, 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 beep. It buzzed. Very cool. Yeah, watch out for that thing flopping out again. Man, that looks sharp, dude. That looks really nice. And you said that you did replace the poles from the stock ones.
Yes.
So the poles are what, just steel or better steel, or what kind of?
These.
Yeah.
Those are from a 1000.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Very good.
Those are from a 1000, and
what I understand, the 1000s are all made in Korea, in the South Korea factory. By the way, I looked at
this. I upgraded this to a German one because the one that was on here was only about like a third of that. That was it. I mean, you could go like that and bend it. So
yeah.
So there you go.
So we're just waiting for the tuners that we had to return because one was bad, and I asked them to send the proper in the saddles. We ordered the saddles, didn't we?
I don't know. Didn't
I? Didn't I?
I don't know.
If I didn't. I got to order those from Stu Mac now. Did I forget something? I'll look at Reverb because I think.
I thought you did. I thought you sent me a photo where you ordered it. You said you was thinking about it, then you thought just order the things.
I think I did. Should I go to my Reverb account?
Yeah, go look.
Let's go look. Reverb. Did you see that thing I sent you? Yeah, you'd already seen that thing on Reverb, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Trogley put out it. I don't know if you guys know who Trogley is, but he's
I fell victim
stuff
I fell victim of that with that first mirrored one.
Well, you know, I almost was gonna buy a Ace Frehley guitar before he died for about $5,000. That was signed and official. Oh, dudes, check this out.
Yeah, I sold mine over a year ago. I wish I'd have kept it now.
I gotta show you this. This is the guitar that I have. This is my first guitar. You guys are gonna love this. All right, let me get rid of that. Can we bring this in? Remove. I had this to the stage. Check this out. This is the guitar, you guys. This is my very first guitar ever. EMGs, and see those switches? Each one of those lower three controlled each one of these pickups on or off. The top one was on or off humbucker mode, so that you could use as a kill switch if you had it in humbucker mode on the bottom switch. And that's the Kaler Spider Bridge, handmade in the USA. That's what I had. Look at how much these things are going for right now. This one anyway. Ouch. I bought mine for about, I think it was like $700, which was a deal back then. And I still have this case. Yeah, I didn't have a showcase model like this, but I think I had a better looking neck. The maple on mine was pretty much the same color all the way. And here you see the Wayne Robert Charvel truss rod cover WRC there. See the Gibson script kind of logo there? Pretty cool, right? And notice the headstock design. What do you have to say about that, Ron? What does that look like? Anyway, kind of Charvel-esque from later in the day. But this was a great guitar. There's the battery cavity. And notice how it has like the two wings, the left and right from the center. It's going to an angle. Wait till you see the side the side angle picture of this guitar, if they even have one. Oh, they're not even showing that. Oh, that's stupid. Okay. See how it's going down on both sides from the center? It goes down to almost like just barely 3/4 of an inch thick at the thinnest parts. So like if you see my pointer, like right here, it's thin, like right here at that point. It was really interesting. It's fun guitar to play. And when I had it, when I bought it back from my cousin Joe, because I sold it to him for $1, and I told him, "Okay, take care of it." And I says, "When I want it back, you have to sell it back to me for $1." And it was kind of like a trading places joke. I got to tell you, man, the guy who worked on that guitar worked on a lot of guitars at the shop that he was in, and he told me, "Dude, this is the best guitar." He's like, "This is like," because he was a shredder dude. He's like, "This is the best shredder, like the best guitar I've ever had in here, man. I don't want to give it back to you." Notice the the dark ebony fretboard, of course. I do have pictures of mine. You guys want to see? I think I have one picture. I have two. There's one where it's sitting next to my Strat, and then there's one where it's just by itself. And I think I have that in my Music Therapy Laz photo. So there it is. That's it. That's it right there. Hold on. Yeah, I'm getting nostalgic. Now, that is why I bought my Kiesel in white with black parts. I was trying to make the Kiesel reminiscent of this. That's why the Kiesel has ebony fretboard, but it's not just white. It's got that pearl white. There's Johnny again. He's not driving anymore, I don't think, unless he's texting and driving. Don't do that, Johnny. No texting and driving. Yeah, he says nice. Yeah, dude, that guitar. But now they're going for over $3,000. Several times I almost bought it when it was around 1,500, 1,800, and I kicked myself because I still dream that someday I'll get it back. Wish I had it back. Anyway. All right. So what else? We're going way over time now. It's already 8:30. So what else did I want to talk about? Let's look at the description I wrote. Should I read the description to you guys? Let me do that. All right. Go to my description. I'm gonna like my own show. There, I just did that. All right. More. All right. So what I wrote in here is Music Therapy Laz here, and of course, what we're going to talk about again. That's right, the 1,000 subs giveaway. Woo! A customized guitar mod squad Kramer Pacer Classic. As you know, I was on the search for quite a while for a guitar to get for this giveaway, and I wanted to do something special. When I saw the Pacer Classic on sale, I could not pass it up because though it might not be perfect out of the box, it was the perfect guitar for our mod squad to get involved. That guy. So far, him and Johnny are my mod squad. I mean, there are other people like Phil McKnight I have to props to make me even think I can even do any of this stuff. Then I wrote, I knew we could make it something special for whoever the lucky winner will be, and so far it looks like it's going to be amazing. Now, keep in mind, we're not going to do the giveaway for another couple weeks or so, and I have been getting more and more new subscribers every day, so I appreciate all of you out there spreading the word. Thank you so much. After a lot of searching around music stores in my area, I finally found a few Kramers in the wild to check out on Monday morning. I really wanted to get a feel for the difference between a couple Kramers in dramatically different price ranges. So one was a brand new 84 Eruption model we talked about at Guitar Showcase, and the other was a made in Indonesia Pacer Classic at the Starving Musician store, right? My buddy and resident EVH expert, Johnny Beane, was there. He tipped me off to there being several in stores in the Silicon Valley, whereas none to be found in my area. He even helped with a little demo of the 84 Eruption model. I'll show some video during the show. Man, there's a lot of misspellings that I got to go back and fix all that. I've also figured out a way to include our European and other friends in parts outside of the continental United States for the giveaway. So I'll talk about that during the show. This is why I wanted to read that, because I knew there was something I was leaving out. So I had a couple comments from some new subscribers and others, people that have been around for a while from Canada and elsewhere, like, "Hey Laz, what about will you send it to New Zealand?" No, I've tried to send stuff to people that were in Africa, to people in India. None of it got there. Okay, some people that I sent to Canada got their stuff, but some of them didn't get it for a while. And then I don't even know what happened. Some, like my friend Martin, became a friend of the channel and a personal friend, Martin, of the L&M Guitar Corner. My good friend Martin is an Austrian, and I've been to their home, and he's been to my home, and we've become like brothers, So Martin, of course, watched my show, and that helped kind of influenced them to start a channel, which I thought was really cool. So he won a pedal on my show and other stuff too. And so I have shipped to England as well and whatnot. So I don't want to exclude subscribers outside of the United States or continental US. So how do we do that? Well, like I've done this before with people who, are in Canada, for example, is I'll buy something from, here it comes, Lone Wolf McQuaid. I know that's not the store's name, but it just makes me laugh. I bought stuff for them from there. Instead of sending something that would cost $25 a ship and it's like a $15 item and it costs me that much more, I just buy them something, or I give them a gift card to Lone Wolf McQuaid. so they just buy it from there. So if you're outside of the continental United States, and somebody clip this, Johnny Beane, you can clip this, right?
Now, wait, you got to understand, he said continental. So that means, that doesn't mean Hawaii, Alaska, Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. my friend Paco was probably very upset about that. He can't win this guitar. No, he's got one that's probably just as good, if not better. But I don't know. The thing is, if you do live outside of the continental United States, okay, I want to make it possible for you to win. You won't get that guitar. It's not going to be possible to make it worthwhile to ship that to someone overseas. I don't want to spend $200-300 on shipping. Okay, and I'm not big enough of a channel, or whatever you want to call it, what I'm doing, big enough to absorb that kind of cost. Even at this rate, I wasn't planning to spend more than $300 on a guitar for this giveaway, and I'm spending almost $1,000. Well, to me, 1,000 subs, $1 a sub. Let's, and it's probably going to be more than that, really, a little bit more than that in the end, right? So the bottom line is, if it's someone from outside of the continental United States that wins, you guys might want to hope, if you're not the winner, that this happens, that someone outside of the continental United States wins, because then I'm going to keep the guitar for a future giveaway. How about that?
Dang it, Peggy's going to win yet again, I tell you what.
And then what I'll do is I'll have it in studio right here on the wall. I'll play it for you guys on occasion for demos and all this kind of stuff. And then at a future time, do it as a giveaway. Maybe when we hit like 5,000 or 10,000 or something like that, some other big number, right? I always do a lot of giveaways, and I still have a lot to give out. That's why I haven't done any lately, because it's like I got to catch up on packages first off, And I put, like I said, Ron's put easily more than $1,000 worth of hours into this thing. If you consider what you would pay a tech to do the work that he's done on this, it would cost a lot of money. And that's why the higher quality guitars are $900 to $1,000 at this kind of quality. And I think this is even at a higher quality than most of those out of the factory, right? So thank you very much, James. Right on, man. Well, yeah, I could give them that option if they wanted to do that. That would be a cool option. I like that idea. I'm gonna keep that idea, James. That's a great, and if they want to stay not at my place but nearby, they can. But
real quick, check your WhatsApp, Laz.
Okay.
I sent you a photo.
Okay, so yes, so it is coming, right?
Looks like that.
Yeah. Purchase from Zozo Music. So it should be arriving. I'll look on my phone.
Okay. So he did order the
Track-
saddles, and they are on the way.
It's estimated to be delivered. Let's see, shipped on the 27th. It's in transit. Ordered on the 27th. It's coming by USPS. Where's it coming from? It's taking so long.
Don't know.
Track shipment. Oh, tomorrow, March 6th. Dun, dun, dun.
Cool. There we go. All right.
There you go. All
Oh,
right.
it's in Indianapolis right now. Okay.
There you go. So it's close. I don't know where Zozo's is at. All right. So Lewis is asking, Laz, if I win, you can send all my giveaway packages along with it. Yeah, exactly. Maybe I should hold off on the pack. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm gonna go ahead and send those anyway. But I just have to have time. And you know what's crazy, you guys? Every morning I wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna put together one package and send it out. At least one. And I just can't. Always something happens and with what I work at. And then that backs me up for the rest of the day. So I'm like in a rush I wanted to take a shower before the show today. Did not have time. At least I was able to eat. So that's what happens. Johnny, you can't win. You're too close to the show. You're like part of the show in a way. Maybe that's why you rage quit so you can win the guitar, right? Anyway. He says he'll give it away to Peggy. So there you go. When we meet up in Vegas. There you go. Well, okay. We'll let you take it then. Oh, did you quit? When did you quit? I didn't hear that you officially quit. Anyway. But I guess you're eligible now. All right, you're eligible. Okay, Johnny's eligible, but only if he gives it to Peggy. That's the only way. All right, so what I wanted to let you guys all know is I'm gonna obviously put the word out way ahead of time on what day I'm gonna do the show. I'm not gonna just like pop on like right now, like just 5 minutes before the show starts, it gets posted, right? I'll probably post it a week in advance and then just put as many feelers out when it comes to putting a short video together or whatnot and posting about it in my Instagram and sending, messages out there to everyone. Hey, if you're a subscriber to my show, the 1,000, subs giveaway guitar is going to be chosen at random by those who are live in my chat, and they have to be a subscriber to the channel. And hopefully that doesn't just garner a bunch of, oh, I'm looking for a giveaway thing. I'm not going to use the word giveaway in that like description of that, just so I don't, like trigger spam bots and all this kind of stuff, because that's what happens. Yeah, there aren't even any planes flying these days. I know. Gonna be a long drive. Yeah, I think Lewis is in the area. Via Real, right? You're not too far.
Yeah, planes, trains, and automobiles.
I think Matt Hatter, you're in Kanekistania, right? If I'm correct, or no, maybe you're not there, but
no, he's in Vermont.
He's close. He's in Vermont. He could be either or. Oh, look at that! Look, hey, you guys, it's Ryan Hall, everyone's Music and Law's birthday. I'm glad
Happy
we went
birthday,
long.
Ryan!
We got to see you in the chat. Happy birthday, Ryan! From everyone gives Ryan a happy birthday. Right on, Peggy. Did I greasy monkey? No, I'm calling her Peggy. I'm calling Holly Polly, and I'm calling Peggy Peggy. Piggy. Don't say Piggy though. Oh my God, that's a bad one. Hey, you guys follow politics. You know where that came from. All right, and then Johnny Rock's in the chat. Right on, Johnny Rock. Thanks for joining, man. So like Johnny Rock. So whoever is from outside of the continental United States, you do have a running at this this winning a prize, but not that guitar. And then in that case, I'll probably buy something comparable, like a Pacer Classic or something. Then you can mod it. And you can come on the show, and we'll help you mod it and make it right. Right, Ron?
Yes. Yep.
Like we could do that. We could do a show about that where you know, we're helping them fix it up. Because really, it didn't need new tuners, though the newer tuners will make it a little better.
It'll make it a lot better.
You know, yeah. Well, it's a Floyd, so if you lock it down. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
you know what I mean, though. I mean, really, almost really doesn't matter. But the main difference here are the stainless parts.
Yeah.
You know, that you can get for the Floyd pretty much anywhere in the world. You can order them and get them from somewhere, and they're not that expensive, right?
No, not anymore.
And, yeah, you know. So the bottom line is you can get these parts from Amazon or whatever it's called in other parts of the world, and just, you know, just mod it up a little bit. You don't need to necessarily replace those pickups. The ones that I was playing in that Pacer Classic were really good. You know, that as a matter of fact, if that guitar's still there, I might want to go buy that one.
There you go.
If somebody from the continental United States does win the you know, the guitar, I have to send it to him. I might want to go get that one. Because it was nice. It was nice. I'd love what I'm planning on doing, just so you guys know, is once I have that guitar here, once Ron's done with it and he sends it here, and then I have it for the giveaway, and I'm going to play it through a bunch of amps and a bunch of stuff in here, and we'll have some fun with it. Do some sound tests, different things, you know, compare it to the EVH 5150, which I have, compare it to the Frankie Relic that I have. You know, I'll compare it to a bunch of other shreddy guitars that I have. The Satriani guitar that I have, for example, I'll compare it to the Friedman single hum. I guess they call that, like, it's like an ultra relic hot rodded Strat, you know, that I have. So I have several guitars that I could compare it to, that, you know, range in price anywhere from the thousands to the hundreds, right? And so that'd be cool to be able to compare it to all those, right? So you guys get an idea. Yeah, you can bring your yeah. Yeah, the one that Kramer signed, dude. You got to bring that over, and we can compare that to it. Hey, Mini Guitar Society, what's up, dude? Thanks for
Mini.
yeah. Right on, dude. Yeah. Thanks for watching, dude. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh my god. But yeah, I'm really curious to hear what that 59 in the neck sounds with that humbucker in the bridge, you know, that trumbucker. I think that's the perfect combo, bro. You know?
Should
I
be.
really do. Yeah. Which video? Which one, Johnny? Of you playing the 84 or which one? And then we'll end on that. Man. There were a bunch of times when you were in here too, and you were playing like some of these EVH guitars. Johnny, by the way, you have a mini guitar, don't you? The one that Ron painted, I remember that little it was supposed to be like the Van Halen
Stamic
little
or
guitar.
whatever.
Yeah. Took me a while to figure out that I need a couple hours of sleep before I get up. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Are you from outside of the continental United States? Get some sleep. Okay, you guys are talking about how somebody else. So you work on guitars too, right on. Are they very small though? Are they mini like this? Are they like this one? Let's get them. I love this one. This one's cool. This one's a nice one too, I gotta say. This one right here. There we go. Oh, solo me.
You would love it at the Hall of Fame because they have every one of those made.
Oh my god, you're kidding. Every little mini guitar ever made
Yep.
is there.
Mm-hmm.
This is an official Gibson one too. The box that it came in. Anyway. Pretty cool. And I got the Frankie one over there. You go grab that, and then we'll end the show. What did Johnny want me to show? Some kind of video? It's got the cigarette burns on it and everything. It's hilarious. And it's even got the quarter, and then it's even got the reflectors. Pretty cool. Look, they even did like the broken off reflector there. Like, they really did a great job on these.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of respect. The tuners are all whacked out of place. I think this thing's dropped. Oh wow, this actually has actual screws that hold them in place. That's crazy. That is just crazy. Wow. Here we go. Better. It's still a little out of whack. But super cool. All right, you guys. So I think that's the show. Now, what video were you talking about, Johnny? Going back to this WhatsApp. Yeah, I'll take care of that. Thanks for your last message there. I'll definitely do that. All right, so Johnny may be coming by on Monday with the tuna fish thing, or just to hang out. And what else? What's going on this weekend, Ron? What are you doing? Are you frozen? Are you there?
No, I'm here.
Okay,
I'm here.
okay. You weren't moving.
Well, I'm pretty much done
Play
right
what?
now on that guitar until the saddles and the tuners get here.
Right. So the saddles are coming tomorrow. Tuners are going to probably come next week sometime because
I can
you
get
have to
the
ship them out
tremolo
tomorrow.
all done,
right?
and I can. Well, just a second.
You gotta.
bolt the neck. Yeah, I can't hook it up because I don't have tuners for the strings, but.
But you also still have to route the body for that super switchy thingy, right?
Yeah.
The jobber.
Yeah.
Which.
Yeah, I can do that with the Dremel tool though.
Oh, you can? Because don't you have to peel back the?
Yeah, I'll just peel it back, route it out, and then put more back in it. So
yeah, that's a pain in the butt.
You pick the switch.
I know. Sorry. You know what? I have a different super switch that I got. I think I bought it from Tessie Switch actually. And it's not the highway one. It's like I think it's DiMarzio super. I think that's what it's called, a super switch. That one's stacked.
Oh,
it's different. And it seems to me like that one might have been an easier one, but it's not a 6-way switch.
This one's going to be interesting. Then Tim and
you're
I
meeting with that buddy of yours, right?
Yeah, him and I are going to work on it. I think Tuesday.
All right.
Because he's busy tomorrow, and he's got I don't know how many guitars he's got to get done Monday.
Okay, so Tuesday. So not going to get tuners in anyway.
Yeah, not by then.
So
no.
At best, that guitar will be done the following week.
Yep. Then you'll have it.
And then I'll have it the week after, which puts us into what week here? Let's see. Yeah, that puts us like kind of what I was hoping for, somewhere right around before my sister's show.
Yeah.
In LA. So then the weekend after is when I wanted to give it away at the end of March, if it's possible. By the way, it was my daughter's birthday the other day too. So happy birthday to Hannah.
How old?
23. She's graduating with her master's.
There you go.
This year, which is awesome. Yeah, the mini guitars are very cool. I gotta go check out if that's what you do, Mini Guitar Society. I think that's what it's called, right? Yeah.
Yep.
I gotta go check out your channel, dude. If you have a channel. Down to 32 less than 23 scale guitar. Wow, that's cool. I like models too. I have this model right. It's not really a model. It's okay. This is okay. I have plastic models I want to build as well, but I don't have time for that. I'm collecting them for when I'm really old, and I can't move around, and I can just sit at a table and do stuff. I have a Maverick F14 Top Cap, I think. Anyway, it's a Maverick one from like the Top Gun movie. I have like an AT from Star Wars Empire Strikes Back model to put together. I have several of those, but I do like Lego things like this. My brother Johnson and his kids are into Legos. I got this a little while ago. I still haven't put it together. And it's basically like an old style radio. But what's cool is on the back of it, there's a spot where you can fit like a phone and stick it
Cool.
in there and have it playing back as if it was like a so that's kind of cool. Yeah. Anyway, I thought it's cool. Like in situ on a shelf. Right. And I like the colors, kind of like that green, kind of like, surf green color with that kind of tan brown. It's just so classic kind of looking thing. Even has the dial.
Greasy.
Like an old radio. Kind of cool, right? So I like things like this. I saw it at of all places, I saw it at Kohl's when I was in there looking for deals, and in the back area where they have all the deals, that's where the Lego stuff is. And I said, "What's that? It looks like a radio." If your heads start to drop off, yeah, exactly, man. Even when you're old, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I like things. I like tinkering, and I'm a big reader too. I've got 3 books that I'm reading right now, so I'm always reading something. So I usually read before I go to bed, and sometimes when I wake up, I like to lay in bed and like read my book while the world comes alive. So I'm a voracious reader. Yeah, sure. Like, if you guys haven't read these books yet, this is a good one. This is a really good one for artists and creatives of all kinds. The Creative Act, right? A Way of Being by
Rick Rubin.
That's right. Great book. Then there's this one I haven't started yet, but I want to get on it because I think Spider, as she calls him, is writing his memoir or book. So Pat Benatar, one of my favorite rockers of the 80s. And then this one, I'm reading his other book right now, and I'm going to get to this one next. And that's by Daniel Levitin, who wrote, Your Brain on Music, The Obsession of Humankind Music, right? A Human Obsession. So there's a lot of cool stuff to read out there, you guys. There's this one too. I still have to finish this. I don't know why I set it on the shelf here, because then I don't read it. I bought this at an airport and I got that far, and then I still need to finish reading it. But yeah, Keith Richards. Life.
I have the
It's crazy, man.
I Am Ozzy to read, and then I have the one Last Rites.
Oh, dude, I have a 1969 RT Charger model in a box with the paint and everything ready to go too. So I had a Charger, dude. Yeah, the General Lee, huh? All right, so that's the show, you guys. I think we covered everything. So we covered the giveaway. We covered roughly when we're going to do it. We covered what's it going to be. We're going to tell you how we're going to get you something if you're not in the continental United States. And then we'll keep it for a while and then give it away again in the future. And then Johnny says, play the video. Okay, we're going to go out on Johnny's video. Here we go. Where is it? There's no video. It's just talking. What video? There's no video here. There's only this. Play this.
Hello, everyone. Yes, I will be over there. Thank you so much. And Peggy, let's go to Vegas.
Let's go to Vegas, Peggy. Are you going to take Johnny to Vegas, Peggy? All right. We got to bring Ron to California before he's really old, too. We gotta get him to NAM. You've never been to NAM, ever?
I'm going to be 61 at the end of the month, so.
Okay. Have you ever been to NAM?
No.
We're going to have to do a GoFundMe for this guy, you guys. I don't know what it's going to take to transport his body over here, but we're going to have to make that. We're going to have to make that happen. And here's
No,
the thing.
I've been to, when I was doing the shooting stuff, I've been to the SHOT Show in Vegas, which
Okay.
was thousands of people and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
All I'm saying is once your knees get replaced and you can walk around, that's going to be when you're going to want to do it, because you don't want to go there now when your knees are bad.
that's why I said if I went there now, I'd have to have one of those carts.
There were people there with carts, and you know, the
Can
thing
you
about
rent
them
them
is
there?
I think you can, because I think they may even provide them, because you know, this is a bunch of creatives there. It's not just about the merchant thing anymore. What I love about what the NAMM Association or organization has done is they realize that, okay, times have changed. We got to change with the times. So they're making it more kind of like a convention. They're even admitting it's more like a guitar con or music con, you know, and they're moving in that direction, which is fine. The thing is that it changes it. You know, Gibson's not there really. They were kind of there, but they weren't really. Fender wasn't really there at all, you know. And so in my mind, I think they're making a mistake because they're letting other people, you know, jump in. But I think they feel like their business is so strong. I mean, Fender just laid off
Yeah.
thousands of people again. So if they're doing so good, why are they laying off so many people? Or are they going to be using robots to build everything now? You know, I mean, that could be happening too. I'll tell you one thing, you guys. I'm fine with people using CNC machines and things like that to carve bodies and necks, and you know, that's using technology in a smart way. I'm not expecting everyone to go back to the Stone Age where you're using a hand carving knife to make a neck or something. But I'm never gonna buy a robot built guitar. Never. Just telling you now. Even though I bought this made in China guitar, you know, for $150, at least it wasn't built by somebody's hands somewhere. And
Good
I
night,
know,
Lewis.
just like cars now, cars are all built by robots now too, aren't they?
Pretty much.
I mean,
Even the paint.
yeah. So, you know, more and more people are being displaced by technology. And I think, you know, when it comes to like the AI with music too, I think it's unfortunate that you know, those people who are making billions of dollars on this don't feel that they have any responsibility then towards the people they're displacing. I think that maybe they should care about that, but you know, I guess they don't have to, because that's like open free markets and all this and that, you know. But
That's
yeah,
what makes the difference
Johnny's,
right there.
Johnny's. That's probably not even Johnny right now. It's probably his robot self. Yeah, he uses a robot, Nightbot. So yeah, you're right, dude. I don't think people have a clue, right? Uncle Raymond knows. Yeah. 10 years from now, we won't recognize this earth. I'll tell you that. And I'm glad that I got to live in the time that I did, you know. But maybe it'll be you know, a utopia. Who knows? All right, Johnny, you want me to play that one too? Tell me play this or don't play this. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself. Entertain the folks again.
Oh. Okay. Well, Peggy, you were at Disney. Well, you were right by the convention center then.
It was some kind of, oh, you were right there, Peggy. It was some kind of robot sounding Johnny thing that I couldn't even make out what he was saying.
Mm.
So, all right, that's it. He's saying to play it. All right. What? I think that's like some kind of new AI alien voice. All right, until the next time, you guys, go check out Johnny on whenever he's doing a show, because you never know when it's going to be now. And Ron, you do a Monday night show, right? What time?
Monday and Thursday.
It's called Fretworks Bench Chat.
Mm-hmm.
And Thursday at what time?
Some 7 or 8 till 10.
Okay, so from 7 or 8 Eastern till 10
10
Eastern.
p.m.
And then on Mondays, what time? You didn't say?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Johnny, when's your next show? Send me another robot message. What is that? Strap pins? Billy Ray, I have a feeling that you're having some tension with Johnny. which I don't understand because just because he didn't sell you a guitar, you guys need to chill out. Everyone, chill out.
Oh, you know, I can move your background here, the van.
Okay, I have no idea. That was terrible. All right, Ludomatic, have a good night. You guys all rock. I made it to 14 top fans, dude. Right on, man. Good for you. All right, I think that's the show. Until next time, y'all. Oh, that's the wrong button. That's the end of the show.